Check it out, we got more junk to add to the pile today. I got these cool shirts here. I don't have them on YouTube or anything like that, but they're just for my own personal and to hand out to customers. Just thought I'd share. Got my YouTube channel on there and you know, my business name and stuff, so pretty cool. And I got a big box here that I got from Split Freight, so let's see what it is. It never gets old opening boxes. It never does. Even if you know what's inside. It's such a good feeling. And there it is. We got a push lawnmower. I've been wanting a push lawnmower for a lot of years to cut my grass with. So I think this one will do the job. That'll do a really good job mowing the lawn. So before we get too far into this video, I am not sponsored by this company. I'm basically just excited to get a new tool and want to share it with everybody. This thing will work pretty good for my business because it mows a lot of grass. Alright, for those of you that don't know, this isn't a lawnmower. This is what they call a plate compactor or tamper. Basically what it does is if you put blacktop or stone or dirt or anything like that on the ground, this thing here vibrates. It's really heavy, like it's probably like almost 200 pounds, and this plate vibrates really fast and it just packs everything down. Like say I was gonna pour concrete in this garage, I would put my crusher run in and I would take this over it a couple times to pack it all down, and you know, that way you don't get any low spots or anything like that. Or any weak spots that'll cave in later on. So this has been something I've been wanting for a long time, and I think it'll be very handy in my business and be a nice tool. So the first thing this thing needs is some oil, because I'm sure a brand new engine would love new oil. And I'm sure it would like some gas. Yeah, I put gas in these things because the new gas cans completely suck. I don't know what they think with the spouts they use on them, but those things are completely garbage. I can't stand them. I'd rather just use old oil containers. And I always get the non-ethanol gas, the high-test non-ethanol for these small engines too, if you can afford it. Believe it or not, the gas this gas right here costs more than the plate compactor did. So that's crazy. That's a weird setup. Alright, the oil's probably settled out of our funnel by now. And I got it full of oil and full of gas, so fuel on, choke on start. Let's see if we can get it to start. I absolutely love these Harbor Freight Predator engines. I mean, I got them on everything I have that needs one of these, and they never cease to amaze me. They always start up on the first pull brand new. They start up on the first pull every time, so these things are amazing. Alright, I'm going to let this thing idle for a little bit and let it warm up before I try to throttle it up and try to use it. Well, there it is. I think this thing is going to work awesome. It runs so good, so smooth. It really wants to go forward too, which is good. You don't really have to push it or anything. And it's kind of hard pulling it back, but you just tip it back a little. I've used these a bunch of times in the past. But, I mean, it's hard to test on this floor, and you know, the ground is froze out there today. We just got another whole bunch of snow, so there's not really anything to give it an accurate test on right now, but I guarantee it. You keep watching my videos, I'm going to be doing a bunch of jobs soon, hopefully, that I have lined up. That's actually one of the reasons I bought this, and hopefully I can get the camera there and make a video of it. So you'll be seeing this thing in action pretty soon. But just so far, I mean, this was kind of loose here, and I mean, it does, I mean, it packed this in really nice, so I am definitely happy with it so far. And I said, just like any other Predator engine, it fires right up. I got several of these I use on things, and I love these things. And what's cool about this is, I mean, something happens to the motor, you just take it off and put another one on. So it's pretty simple, straightforward little machine. But yeah, I'm super happy with it now. I guess when I do a job with it and really test it out, break it in, give it a couple oil changes, it'll really work pretty good. So So just another fun experiment that I've been wanting to try and just share is I get everybody saying, you can't do that. So, you know where I'm going with this. You can't use the crappy chrome sockets on an impact, you'll break them. You gotta use impact sockets. So I've never, well, I mean, I've broken a couple, but I mean, they were just beat. I mean, they've been used so many times. I've actually broken more impact sockets than I've broken these chrome ones. So what I'm here to do today is torture test this 14mm chrome split freight socket that's already got about 5 million miles on it, and see if I could break it. And if my 3/8 impact don't do it, I'm gonna hook the 1/2 inch up to it. And if the 1/2 inch don't do it, I'm gonna put together about 300 adapters, and I'm pretty sure the 1 inch will do it, but I don't think we're gonna get that far. So let's get this thing out of the way. I think I should try this. This is a 1 inch to 1/4 inch. I was actually busting my friend's chops and I made this. I said, hey man, let's try it. So it's not even worth trying because we know what'll happen. It'll just split this thing so quick. It won't even be a challenge for it. So we'll save that for a rainy day. So what I did is I got a 3/8 bolt locked in the vise here, grade 8 bolt, so hopefully we don't bust it off. And I'm gonna put this on it, and battery is fully, well no, it's not fully charged. All right. Hang on. Is this battery fully charged? There we go, fully charged battery. You can see me putting it on. Fully charged. I'm gonna stick this thing on here and I'm gonna give it the onions until something happens. We're gonna find out if you really can't do that. We're gonna find out what this thing's gonna take. I've never broken one. You know, never broken one that, you know, like a new one. Yeah, let me back up. I've never broken, like, took a new one of these and just put it on and broke it. It's been like completely wore out ones like this that have been used. I've probably had this socket for excess of 5 to 6 years, and I used the living crap out of it. So let's see what happens. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's no cracks in it or anything. It's just used and abused. So we're gonna figure it out, and it is a 6-point. So let's see what we can do here. First thing I'm gonna do is smarten up and put some safety glasses on, so who knows what's gonna happen. And this is also on power setting 3 all the way over to the left. Well, let's see what she's got. I gotta say, this thing's pretty hot. So far we don't have any splits or anything like that, but she is warm. So the amazing thing is so far we've made our own threads. What I mean by that is this bolt started out like this one that had a shank on it right here, and that thing threaded right in. So a grade 8 bolt, I mean, that took quite a bit of force to do that, and now it's bottomed out. So I'm going to try to make this a pretty fair competition and put 3 nuts on it here. Because what I don't want to happen is I want to give this thing a fair shot. I want this socket to go in there as far as it can so it don't just split the outer ring. So what I'll do is I'll put another nut on it. And I'm going to lock it in here like that. I'm thinking I can actually feel the chrome. But you got to remember too, the thing with these normally is you lay on it for, you know, 5 seconds and whatever you're trying to get off is loose. So you're not just like right to a dead stop with it all the time like this. This is like literally a torture test. So, you know, we're definitely abusing this thing big time. Alright, we're locked in. Let's do round 2 here. Oh, goes away with it. Alright. Wow, this thing's pretty hot. Well, I guess not. You could see it smoking. Wow, look at that. It actually loosened the thing up on the vise, the pad. It's giving it hell. Yeah, loosen the vise up. So what I'm gonna do at this point is I'm going to put my extended life battery on my 1/2-inch impact gun. I'm gonna put the adapter on it and see what happens with this. So I can't imagine the socket's gonna last too long, but let's find out. We still ain't got nothing yet. This thing's actually starting to work its way out of the vise. I'm not just gonna give up. I'm gonna lay on this thing until something happens. And if nothing happens, like I said, something will happen. Wow. So look at what happened here. We actually stripped out 2 nuts. And that socket still hasn't broke yet. I'm pretty sure I already proved my point. Because everybody says the same thing. You can't use chrome sockets on impacts. You're a bad boy. I see like all kinds of like posts and memes and stuff on Facebook about it. And I always laugh because it's like, I barely waste my money on impact sockets anymore because these things, they're stronger than you think. So let's put a couple nuts on this thing and keep going. There we go. We got 4 nuts, or 5 actually. 2 of them are stripped. I actually put the last one back in here because at this point I just want to see. I mean, this thing hasn't gotten any kind of signs where it's gonna fail yet. So I'm actually surprised that the head just didn't snap off this bolt yet. That's very, very surprising. So let's keep going. Alright, what do we got going on now? Alright. Something happened. Oh. I think the bolt broke. Yeah, because it's not spinning on the side. Let me see if I can get it out. Oh yeah, look at that. The bolt finally broke. So just for kicks, I want to try to put one of these grade 5 bolts in here with, I think these are grade 3 nuts. So I got 4 of them on there right off the bat. I'm gonna choke these up in there. Our Splitsburg socket is doing great. Maybe I'll actually start calling them Pittsburgh instead of Splitsburg after this, because I gotta say, I'm actually pretty impressed. Here we go, ding ding ding, another round. Yeah, it just broke that one immediately. Yeah. Alright, we definitely need a grade 8. Another thing I gotta be impressed with too is this adapter. Usually these just snap right off. Like, they snap off right there. Like instantly, and this thing's taking it. And this is a Splitsburg too, so. And that's pretty small for all that torque, so. If I break this, I think this is the only one I got, so hopefully the socket will break before that. Just broke another bolt. Broke it. Crap. You know, I just realized I've been hammering on this frickin' bolt for about 10 minutes straight, and I just realized I forgot to turn my camera on. Yeah, so what I said that I didn't record was I'm going to switch to the 3/8 impact for a while, because this one is just snapping them right off quick. And I gotta say, I'm very impressed with the bolts. It's crazy because the first 3/8 held up good and the second one just snapped right off, but this impact is getting very hot, and the last thing I want to do is ruin my tool. You know what? It's got a few more minutes left in it. I'm disappointed that you guys didn't see. There's like metal shavings flying everywhere from this. I keep getting a bunch of slivers. But alright, screw it. You know what? We'll lay on it more. If I burn it up, I burn it up. Alright, this thing's getting real hot now. Alright, let's go to the big one again. See what happens. Alright, this battery on this one is pretty much dead, and this battery is dead. I've used up 2 full batteries and an extended life, so 1 regular battery and an extended life battery trying to break this socket, and it still hasn't broke. Alright, so I got this one here, it's got 3/4 life left. And the action continues. Look at this. Alright, so this battery is like something's going on with it. Tool's probably getting hot. Yeah, this tool's getting pretty hot. There's our third battery. This thing is so hot. What do we got here? Oh, come on, it's hotter than that. Bullshit. Maybe it's because it's reflecting. All right, I just held it on the other side and I got 175 degrees. All right, so I want to try something a little different here. I really don't want to break my impact guns, but let's try something a little different. See if we could. Yeah, it just broke the bolt. It just broke the bolt. So here's the deal. I've broken like 5 bolts. I've gone through 3 batteries. And this socket still hasn't broke yet, or even shown any signs of breaking. So here's what I'm gonna do. And I only got 1 battery left, and it's fully charged. Put that on my 3/8 impact. And what I'm going to do is give this thing a little persuasion and see if we could break it. Do another one. So I got 3 slits cut in this. They're not that deep. I want to give it a fighting chance. So let's try it with the 3/8 impact. We broke it. We broke the bolt with a cut socket. A grade 8 bolt with a cut socket in 3 places. I'm not giving up. This socket's gonna break. Let's cut it a little more. Let's cut it in more places. Alright, this thing is severely compromised now. You can see how deep them are. Seriously, unbelievable. Unbelievable. This one here's like cut almost all the way through. Still not breaking. Let's do it again. I can't believe it. I don't know how much more I can cut this thing. I mean, this thing's like cut almost all the way through. Let's try it. Let's keep going. Let's try the bigger one on it for kicks. I really want this thing to fail before my battery goes dead. Alright, 1/2-inch impact. There we go. There we go. That did it. Let me get it off. There it is. There's damage. Actually broke in 2 spots. Broke right there. And it broke right there. And you see how much I had to cut that before it broke. I'm just speechless. Another thing, I can't believe this thing didn't break. This is usually the first thing that breaks is bust off right there. So I think my point is proven about using chrome sockets. Unless I'm doing something wrong and just this socket was like a super socket or something like that. But these are just the cheapest sockets that you can buy at Harbor Freight. So yeah. So to all the people that told me over the years that you can't use chrome sockets on impact guns, the proof is right there. There you have it. There you have it. And these Cobalt impact guns, I don't care what anybody says, these Cobalt impact guns aren't junk. These things are amazing. These are right up there with DeWalt and all the other good brands. These things are amazing. I mean, I've snapped lug nuts off of cars with this one, you know, trying to get it off, trying to get the lugs off. So, you know, and not just snap them off, but made them spin out where the splines are. So, I mean, that's just absolutely amazing. And it's a good test for these tools. I mean, this thing is hotter than a SOB right here. It's almost to the point where I can't, actually, this part here, I actually can't hold on to it. And I can usually pick up pretty hot stuff with my hands. Yeah, this thing's super hot and it still works just fine. Well, the battery's not in it, but yeah, it still works. But yeah, Pittsburgh sockets. Again, I'm not sponsored by these companies at all that I'm doing. This is just for my own fun. I'm not sponsored by Pittsburgh or Harbor Freight or anything like that. I'm just trying to prove a point here. Because I've never had a problem. And like people just say, oh, you know, you're going to get like stuff in your eyes. And I'm sure they break. I mean, I've had impact sockets and just random sockets break before. But I've never had one at like a brand new socket, one of these break by putting it on. I mean, you know, it's metal. Metal is funny too. I mean, you can have 2 of the same sockets and one will fail and one won't because it's the metal composition in it is always different, you know, especially with this new stuff. Everything's all recycled and everything. So yeah, I think I've proven my point definitely for the millionth time. So yeah, I'm not planning on editing any of the where I was laying on it with the impact gun. That way you guys can really see like the true, you know, the true how long I was on there. Except I was on there for 10 minutes straight with the 3/8 and I forgot to push record. So other than that, other than the 10 minutes that you didn't see, this is going to be all in real time. It took that long to break the socket. And severely compromised in 1, 2, 3, 4 places with a cutoff wheel. And by the time it broke, it was probably cut, I'd say at least 80 to 90% of the way through. That's how much it took to cut through it before the socket failed. So very, very, very impressed I am. So yeah, don't be afraid to buy these sockets, because there's much more expensive brands out there that I think are just completely waste of money. And the cheap stuff like this, it always holds its own. And the thing is this stuff has a lifetime warranty, I believe. I'm sure the warranty's void now after cutting it, but I'm just saying I'm pretty sure these things are lifetime warranty. So big deal, you break it and you get a new one. So yeah. Alright, make sure you split that subscribe button in 2 pieces and double subscribe so you can see the next video I do. And we'll try to have something exciting to do. I got a couple exciting ventures coming up here. So stay tuned and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.